Bonjour, French 1. Today's lesson is all about asking for and giving your opinions of your classes. You'll finally get to learn how to talk about not just whether you like or dislike a class, which would of course be j'aime or je n'aime pas to start your sentence, but you'll be able to say specifically why you j'aime or je n'aime pas a class by saying things like it's difficult or it's interesting or things like that. So first things first, we have to learn how to ask about the classes. We have 3 different ways of basically saying the same thing. Comment est ton cours de? And you notice that there is a line after that. Make sure you write that line in your notes so that you know you have to fill in that blank right there with the class name, because it doesn't translate word for word. In the English version of this phrase, it's what's your math class like, and the word math goes in the middle. But in French, it's comment est ton cours de mathématiques, and it comes at the end. So you always want to make sure you draw in your line so you know where your actual class will go in. Either way, like I said, it literally means how is your course of or your class of math. Comment c'est is just how is it, as in what is it like. So comment c'est les mathématiques, what's math class like. And then finally, ça te plaît is literally does it please you, which is a weird way of the French saying basically do you like it. So ça te plaît les mathématiques, do you like math class? And again, these are just 3 different ways of kind of getting the conversation rolling on somebody's opinion of a certain class. As far as your opinions go, some positive feedback about a class, things like il est facile, it's easy, or c'est intéressant, it's interesting, or c'est fascinant, it's fascinating, je trouve ça génial, I find it to be, or I think it's awesome or great. Just a quick note, you could put in anything besides génial here, and you could actually use this for either a positive or a negative phrase. So if you said something like, je trouve ça pénible, I find it tiresome or annoying from earlier in the year, or je trouve ça super, I think it's super. You can definitely plug in other words here, and je trouve ça is just, I think that it's, and then you can fill in a describing word, and in that case, it could go on either side of this chart here. Ça me plaît beaucoup is I like it a lot. It literally means it pleases me a lot. And keep in mind as well, if you put in a ne pas in this phrase, ça ne me plaît beaucoup. Ça ne me plaît pas beaucoup is it doesn't please me a lot, as in I don't like it very much. On the not so great side, we've got il est difficile. The opposite of facile is difficile, it's difficult or hard. And c'est ennuyeux is it's boring. Then down here at the bottom, we've got some full sentences here, and the reason why some of the words are underlined and some of the phrases are underlined is because you can kind of fill in whatever you need to fit your own personal opinion. Both of them start with d'après moi c'est, which literally means in my opinion it's, and then you've got to fill something in. If you fill in something positive like cool or something negative like ennuyeux, which is of course boring, you can either make it a positive phrase or a negative phrase. And then here's the key, parce que. Parce que means because. Now, if you use this phrase, you have to put something after your because. So in this case, I said, d'après moi, c'est cool parce que j'adore le prof. In my opinion, it's a cool class because I really like the teacher. Or, d'après moi, c'est cool parce que c'est intéressant. In my opinion, it's cool because it's really interesting. Maybe you're particularly into math or science or art or whatever class you're commenting on. On the flip side, you could always put a negative review of a class by filling in a reason that, expresses why you don't like it. D'après moi, c'est ennuyeux parce que je déteste les maths. In my opinion, it's boring, but that's just because I hate math. Like, I'm not holding it against the teacher or anything else. It's just math's not my thing. Or, d'après moi, c'est ennuyeux parce que je n'aime pas le prof. Maybe in your opinion it's boring because you don't like the teacher. The point of this is you need to make sure that you realize that stuff is underlined and that you have to fill in your own opinions to make it make sense. The good news is it leaves your options very, very wide open to say whatever it is that you need to say about a particular class. Make sure you bring these with you to class so that we can work with this next time.